Hey YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to another Blender video from your boy Hunter. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to actually animate a day-night cycle in Blender. And also this works in UPBGE in the game engine. Okay, so first of all what you're gonna need is you're gonna have to go to this website. This is polyhaven.com. They've got loads of HDRIs and textures, so go check them out. Give these guys some love, man. So the one I'm using now is this one, and I'm actually using a 1K texture. And you can actually see, if you download this, you can actually turn on 3D and inspect the HDRI, see if it's gonna work for what you need. I used this idea in one of my videos, if I'm not mistaken, but it's pretty cool. It works. So go ahead and download an HDRI. So that's exactly what you're seeing here. Now I'm using a 1K. You can use a 2K. I'm actually just using the 1K because of yeah I don't have that big of a PC. Oh, I can actually show you. I'm using a GeForce GTX 750 Ti graphics card, a 2 gig, and an i5 2400 and a 3.10 GHz CPU. Yeah, it's not really one of the best. I have tried adding in a solid state hard drive, but for some reason it's not helping with this. But for now this works. I'm gonna try and putting in pegging files, maybe it will work, but right now this is doing the job. I used this in the Titanic version I'm working with now, where I actually asked for help. Seriously, I'm gonna need some help with that. But for now I'm just gonna explain this to you guys. How does it work? First I'm gonna show you this, then we're gonna replicate this. You see this? It's a mess, I know, but don't worry, we're gonna make this from scratch anyway. So I'm gonna go File, New, and I'm gonna just bring up a general. I'm not even gonna save this. Okay, cool. So all we have now is a cube, a camera, and a light, which I'm actually going to delete the light and the camera. I'm gonna go ahead and just make this cube a little bigger, and you know, give me something to cast on. Something like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is just, you know, a small scene I can see my shadows with. So right now I'm gonna go into my material view, and you're gonna see everything is dark. There's no light. Then I'm gonna split my view, if it's gonna allow me to. I'm gonna turn this into my timeline. I'm going to turn this into my shader editor. Okay, now I got shaders, but we don't want object. Right here you got something that says object. You're going to go to world, then you're going to be presented with this. If you've got no triangular on, press Ctrl T on your background. Everything's going to go pink. Okay, these are the nodes you're going to need. A texture coordinate node that's hooked up to a generated with a vector, and a mapping node that's connected to the environment texture. Make sure it's an environment texture, not an image texture, otherwise never gonna work. It's gonna stay pink. Okay, I've got my HDRI on my desktop, so I think I'm gonna use a 2K texture. Now let's use a 1K just for performance purposes. Something like that should work. Unfortunately, HDRI Haven doesn't really have a starry sky, so we're gonna have to make our own. So, control up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a Voronoi texture. So texture, Voronoi. That's it. And I'm just gonna make sure I'm still recording because I kept getting weird errors. Okay, anyway, so the next thing we're gonna do is, I don't know if you have to press control. No, you don't need to press control T on this. Maybe bring the scale up. Make sure this is set to Mikowski, or I think that's what it is, Mikowski. And you can bring the scale up. Make sure this is smooth F1. Okay. Then I'm gonna need a converter and a color ramp. Just like that. Plug the distance into the factor. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a little bit more space. I'm gonna add a shader and make sure it's a mixed shader. Wrong spot. And it's supposed to be around there. Now I'm gonna make another mix shader, and I'm gonna set this one to 0 and this one to 1. So now we should still be able to see. No, it's the wrong way around. You should still be able to see that. But now I want to see my starry sky. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add. Where was it? Actually, a mix RGB. No, color, mix RGB. Just like this. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. Make sure this is connected to color 1. Now I'm just gonna make color 2 completely black. And then I'm gonna plug that into the first shader. I think I'm doing this wrong. Yes, I'm doing this wrong. This is actually supposed to drive this as well. So I'm just gonna plug this color in right there for now. So I can actually see my starry sky. For some reason I'm not seeing anything. There we go. We can see the starry sky. Now let's start editing the sky, because right now it looks pretty bad. No matter where you look, you're still gonna see stars, but the scale is down. It's off a little bit. So I'm gonna bring the scale up. Give myself a lot of small stars, just like that. And bring the smoothness down. Maybe play with the randomness a little bit. And then I'm gonna control C on this. Okay, so now we got that. Now we got one set of stars, but not really, you know. It looks like a nice starry sky. You can see some small stars back there, and I think for performance purposes, I am actually just gonna leave it like that. Sorry about that. But alright, so this plugs into the background color, but I doubt it's gonna work like I want it to. So for the mix shader. I'm gonna need this guy on shader 2. And if I play with the vector, it should now actually just work with me. There we go. There we go. So this is gonna drive the day-night cycle. This shader. This one. So I'm gonna minimize the background. Alright, the reason I have the second shader is I'm gonna need a shader and an emission shader. I'm gonna plug it in to this first shader. Now it's gonna look super bright, but what we want is we want this to control what's supposed to be bright. So I'm gonna plug this in. Come on, you piece. Plug this in right there. And now only the stars are gonna be bright. You can see that. So now I got a nice bright starry sky. Pretty cool. Now I can play with the location, you can play with the rotation, or you can play with certain scales of this. But for now this looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? It really does look like it's just pasted in, and you know what I mean. So right now, if anybody knows how to bake these, I would really appreciate it. You know, how to bake these nodes and make them work like I want them to work. Okay, but for now I'm going to need another texture. So duplicate these and Shift S on this one and change this into a noise texture. Come on, noise, 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 noise. Mine. Okay, so now we're just gonna plug this into the factor. The factor goes into the second color. Now I'm gonna play with the distortion a little bit, the detail, and the roughness, and then play with the scale as well. Okay, for some reason it's not working like I'm intending it to work, but giving us that small story, no, the small bits at the back. Okay. I think it might have been overlay. I can't exactly remember which one it was to actually remove some of these stars, but let's try darken. Not really doing anything. Let me just unplug this real quickly so I can actually see this. What is this? What is this? Why is it still showing the stars? Oh, that's why. Okay, let me just take take away the emission real quickly. And also make it 0. Because I actually just want to see this real quickly. I want to see what this is, how it looks. So I might actually hook this up to the emission so I can actually see it. Okay, there we go. So this is what I'm looking at right now, and I don't want to see it look like that. I actually wanted to bring the scale nice and big. What I'm actually trying to accomplish here is actually make it look like it's not like this. Oh, that's just weird. I just learned something else. You can make like black holes or something with this. Cool. Okay, but still. Okay, I'm just distorting it a little bit. Until I find something that actually works with what I need. Something like that. So basically what I'm trying to do is actually where the factor is of this guy. You know, this is gonna drive the stars. And I think I just got the right one. Okay, so let's plug this back in. Come on. Okay, mid shader. Cool. Let's make sure. Yep, still works. Cool. Okay, so basically what this is doing now is it's actually just removing some stars where we don't need them. For some reason it doesn't look like it's working, but Okay, so now it's just hooking this up to the emission. Now, the stars might be a little too small for the emission to work, but okay, so I got this in the wrong place. This is not supposed to be the factor, this is going to be the next shader. There we go. So now just to animate this. Yeah. So let's go back to the shader. I want to show you this now. Let's clean it up a little bit. Okay, so now you should be able to replicate this. So the first one is your HDRI that runs to the mix shader, the first mix shader. Then you have the background. Going to shader 1, let's just do this. Okay, then you have the emission shader right above that. And you do it like this. Okay, so you got the color ramp, you got your Voronoi texture, you got your noise texture. All is just hooked up to mapping nodes. You can see the... I'm gonna actually scroll in so you can actually copy these. So there you go. Like I said, if anybody knows how to bake environment texture like that and HDRI, let's say, please leave a comment down below how to do that. But for now, let's just do the day-night cycle. Because right now, we don't have any animations going on. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive this animation with my sun. If I can find it. No, I don't have a sun. Do I have a sun? No. Oh, the light you're getting is actually from the HDRI. Okay, anyway. So, we don't get shadows from the HDRI, but we do get lights. Which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But we're just gonna go ahead, and if you have this add-on, it's a pretty cool add-on. You can just go on Google and search for this, HDRI sun aligner. So first you can add a new sun. Then it's gonna do this. Then you can calculate sun position. If we preview this, it's gonna show exactly where the sun is. That's good. And then just rotate to active object. And then we get something like this going on. Now what you can do with this is, with the sun, you can turn off the diffuse, but then you don't get any shadows. You can turn off the specular if you don't want any specular, or you can turn off the volume if you don't want any volume. You can play with the shadows and make sure you don't have soft shadows, which can actually make your scene lag if you're playing games in UPBGE. If you didn't know that already, you can use contact shadows. You know, I like to use contact shadows, but right now you can see the contact shadows doesn't really, you can see the shadows messing around. If I turn this off, it's not really gonna matter. So you can play with the contact shadows by bring up the bias. Why is this? It's not really picking up the corners as well. Now you can play with the distance. Thickness as well. And bias. Okay, so anyway, so this is the first thing you're gonna need, is playing with your shadows. And do not move your... I'm gonna add a rotation driver as well. The rotation driver is there, so if I were to rotate my HDRI, that's wrong HDRI. Yeah, the right one. Right, there we go. You can see the rotation, it rotates along with the HDRI. We're gonna need that. Okay. Let's start doing the animation. Cool. Okay, I want to start on a day sky. I'm gonna remember, there's not gonna be the full animation for your game if you're gonna use it on a game. Let's go 60 frames. Add that in. Go to 180 frames. Add that in. Go to 100 frames and just make it dark. Okay, there's something else we need to fix as well. You can see when you're in the daylight, you can still see some stars, but you don't want to see these stars all the time. So now we got going day night, but from, let's say, frame 200. Let me just see if I don't get that error anymore. Yay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this emission in. Okay. Then I'm gonna go a few frames up and start bringing down the emission. Something around there maybe. Oh shit, insert. Right about 80 frames. I'm gonna add that in again. And here by frame 100 we just want it full emission. Now unfortunately you cannot see the... Okay, that's a little too much keyframes for this, but we do have keyframes. We do have keyframes, don't worry about that. About 50 should be good. Alright, now for the sun. We need to animate the sun. Alright, first of all, we're gonna change the sun color. So, sun color, insert that. Frame 60. We're gonna edit it. Well, add it in. Frame 80 to 100. Let's make it a nice bluish color, something like that. And just make sure you press I to insert that. You can also click on these. And I can bring the strength down of the sun as well. So now it should be the moon. What the fuck is wrong with my mouse? Okay, now I need to animate this in the game. So I'm gonna go to my logic editor. Make sure the sun is selected because we're gonna run the logic from the sun. So first I'm gonna go in always. Then I'm gonna add a action. And this is how many frames? No, 128. Okay, so let's go and turn on HDRI sun action and okay, that one. This would be this one, 128, 128. No, 128. Maybe just make it 200. And make sure it's on loop end. Let's just make sure on the timeline. This was actually supposed to be around here, so. But 128 is fine. Add another action. Now we need the HDRI sun action. And stop it at 128. And also loop stop. And hook that up. And moment of truth. It's not playing. Okay, let me just take away the sun action first. Yeah, it's a sun action making problems. Okay, so let's just try and add that sun action again. Okay, so the sun is not playing its action. So let's just start with playing. Oh, it didn't add it in. Doesn't look like it's playing. There we go. That's just weird. Okay, I think the blend in is actually making it go weird, you know. It is messing around a little bit, but you get the general idea. You got a day-night cycle. Now just add in some mist effects, and you know, like I said, if you know how to make this in HDRI, how I can bake this, I would really appreciate it in the comments down below. So thanks for watching, guys. If you learned something from this, give it a like. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always be in the loop for when the next video comes out. Wait a minute. Let me just do it like this real quickly. Game engine. And boom! Haha. Yeah, man. So, you got a day-night cycle. And it's gonna keep playing. But like I said, just not gonna be that short, seriously. This is just for demonstration purposes. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day.